Hey, Venna. Hey, Scrapegoat. Hey, PK. People were actually worried about you there, PK, yesterday. Because you weren't here last night, so people were worried about you. People wanted a wellness check for you. To make sure you were okay. Hey, Killface. Hey, couple. Playing this. Harmony, The Fall of Reverie. Insect? Oh. That's shitty. I was trying to make people worry about me, but I don't think I got enough attention. I mean, you were just typing backwards. That's... The thing is, Scapegoat, typing backwards isn't even all that weird by the standards of my chat, so... anyway, yeah, couple. Harmony, The Fall of Reverie. It is a visual novel from Don't Nod, the developers of the original Life is Strange and Life is Strange 2. I should pull up the list of voice actors, because there are voice actors in this game. Now I'm typing backwards, turn forwards. How concerning is that? Still pretty normal by the standards of my chat. He was also sick. Yeah, she messaged me earlier. I sent her a couple of funny pictures. And she told me she was sick. X-Men video games? Yeah. Yeah, I played the old X-Men Legends games. Loved X-Men Legends Volume. Loved the original X-Men Legends. Legends 2 was not as great. Still good. Just wasn't really as good a game. The first X-Men Legends was great. Try to stop a hate crime. Cool, cool. Yeah, I think those were the only X-Men games I played. Like, I don't think I played the arcade games. Why is Foodie sick? I mean... she's often sick. How was my day? Yeah. It was okay. Did my Goshis. Watched more of Hades 2. And now I'm doing this. Yeah, Chantal... Truth is, Chantal does have a long history of health issues. Like, I don't know exactly what her current illness is, but... she is often sick, and that's always been a thing. Yeah, I don't know what she's sick with this time. Gonorrhea from banging your mom. I'm sorry. I just realized I'm really sick. I avoid getting sick by not leaving the house. On a side note, I like how I have my mic down as though I'm actually using this. I'm using the camera on my computer. Oh. Yeah, I hope you get well, Scapegoat. Of course I hope you get well. Yeah, like the audio is my camera. The mic? The headset, I'm not using the mic on here. But I still keep it down, just for appearance's sake, I suppose. Do you miss me as much as I missed you? Sure. And Spirited Away say staying inside is what will make you sick? I mean, depends on where you're staying inside. I stay away from people. People are what will make you sick. Hey, troll police. People will make you sick, and I stay away from people, so... live in your head rent-free. That's good, because I don't know if I could afford rent. Doesn't that get lonely sometimes? Less than you might think. I have always been hermetically inclined. You know, Little Caesars, nice. I had fried chicken from the hot meal counter at the grocery store, hot food counter. Anyway. Yeah. I returned to Atina to look for my mother, Ursula. The city has changed so much lately. I'll need to adapt if I want to get my bearings. So, last time we did Act 1. I discovered this thing called Augural and was taught how to use it. Yeah. So, started off, came back to the Naiads to look for my missing mother, Ursula. I've stumbled upon another world made of dreams. And then we discovered the Augural. And we talked to Nora. Nora is feeling better and is ready to meet her grandpa. Ever call you? I mean, text. We don't really do phone calls. Canter chicken to the store for dinner. Nice. Oh, yeah. You were talking about me. Only real fish and chips if you get mushy peas. Ugh, mushy peas. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, so as far as, like, Chantal calling me, I mean, like I said, we don't do phone calls, but, yeah, I mean, she'll text me. Yeah, she'll text me once in a while just to say, hey, what's up? Every day? Not every day, no. Or she'll text me like a bad joke she heard. Anyway. From Ontario, Canada. Just heard bad things about it, it's never bothered. I flew from 7-Eleven. Well, obviously, no, never 7-Eleven. Like, I don't know that I'd get food from a 7-Eleven. No, it's the grocery store. So jealous that she can text me. Anyway. Let's get into it. So, Laszlo's expecting me. Maybe more than anyone else is. The eye symbol means that the node will trigger a revelation. Revelations unveil nodes still invisible to Polly on the Augural. See the links extending from the icon? They point to the nodes that will be revealed. Yeah, they're way up. Siema's Creek. I do like the art style of this game. It's a very pretty game. My grandmother's name was Killface. Maybe if her name wasn't Killface, you'd give these digits. Still no. I look up at the sky, the clouds floating by, obscuring the newly revealed stars. Familiar, but unknowable. Beautiful, but ever-changing.
I came out here for like 2 hours last week.
I got a Twitter just for you. Would you send me your digits in? Not my digits, but You'd be able to chat with me on Twitter. You'd be able to message me on Twitter at that point. Unfortunately, Alma's only public beach has been closed since the 90s. Because of the toxic water that is dumped into our sea, swimming on this side of the island is strictly forbidden. Since the Green Hills Agreement of 2026, Mono Concern has been hard at work to rid our coasts of pollution. It's confident that it will be able to clear our beaches by the end of the decade. A brand new water park near Siema's Creek will create new job opportunities. Construction on the park should be completed just as our shores are reopened to the public. Polly is us, Nora is our friend, Etna is the city we're in. It's on the island of the Naiads. Monoconzor is an evil-seeming corporate conglomerate. Aspirations, we've met Bliss, and we've met Power. We've been to Bliss's Unbreakable Egg. And here, Aspirations, Riddle, which is our world, Egregor, Texture of Dreams, Harmony, that's us, Reverie, the world of dreams, Necklace, Pleasant Transfer Between, and the Nexus, where the heart of Reverie beats. All numbers are created equal. Husband would totally let us be BFFs.
I believe it.
They suck you in, don't they? Especially when the sea's calm and you can see them reflected down there.
I look over at her, neck craned upwards, a half smile on her lips. She seems calmer. I'm glad.
All right. Time to rip off the bandage. Let's go see Laszlo.
I'll be at your side.
I know you will.
She lowers her gaze from the heavens to look me in the eye.
You haven't seen him the last few days? Full-on denial. It's killing me to see him like this.
Sounds rough. But we'll find a way. Right? Even if we have to outdrink him with his own imported beers.
That wins me another smile. Clearer this time.
They are so expensive. And I'm broke, just so you know.
We walk through the streets of our childhood, laughter bouncing off the old familiar walls. We chat as we go. We're sad that that one store closed, amazed that another has managed to stay open. We laugh, a godsend considering the circumstances. But the further we walk, the worse the flickers get. Bond's Marsh. Lovely, but I feel like I'd hate an area like that. That seems like it's probably full of bugs. Images of other places, impossible places. Reverie. Birds flutter about my head, phasing in and out of reality, and a kindly voice calls my name. And then he's there, in front of me. Interesting music.
Greetings. Oh, did I startle you?
Bond is voiced by Ramon Ticaron. We'll watch Independence Day soon. It's our annual 4th tradition. Nice, nice. Good one. Good movie to watch. Welcome to Earth.
Where am I? Who are you? Another aspiration?
Exactly. I'm Bond. My siblings keep forgetting about me. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Bond, the kindest of all the aspirations. Bond is the connection between all things and strength in numbers. Selfishness is a foreign concept to Bond. He lives through the eyes and feelings of others. Bond was once a multitude, but resigned himself to becoming a single being for the convenience of the other aspirations. This is mainly because he needs them to exist and forge the connections on which he thrives. Communication between the aspirations has greatly improved thanks to Bond, and he introduced the concepts of equality and inclusivity to dreams. So Bond is a cool dude. And I like this thing, this finger weave thing.
No. I guess I'm getting used to it. I feel at home, somehow.
Hey, Bets.
Naturally. My path is one of community, friendship, and empathy. My mangrove forest is a place of warmth and safety.
Bond's estuary. The once vibrant, thriving jungle has been quiet for a few cycles now. There, wrapped in shadows, swarms of life forms live and multiply. Bond knows each and every soul and secret that dwells within this boundless marsh, and he cares for them all. His mind swims through their energy, breeding new lives every day. New lives each day. Although this cosmos has lost much of its vital energy, Bond kindly watches over it like a shepherd, welcoming vagrant dreams as well. Wish this was Class of 09. But it's not. We finished Class of 09.
And I am an excellent host. The journey before you, Harmony, is one with many roads and even more destinations. I am here to guide you towards those that lead to understanding, not conflict.
I know this won't be as simple as that, unfortunately.
Oh, you mean your mother. I know you will find a way to see eye to eye with her.
Fat chance, but sure. Let's pretend that's even remotely possible.
I don't wish to keep you. Before you go, I have but one piece of advice. Remain mindful of others.
Good advice, good advice.
Then your journey may be one of discovery, not destruction.
And Laszlo's bar. Seems like some sort of, outdoor bar. Nice. Before I can reply to this newest aspiration, I blink, and I'm back on Asinine.
Turns out he wasn't even talking to me. Can you believe it? What an idiot. Well, we're here.
She's right. Laszlo's bar. I give her a reassuring nudge, and we head to the counter. Better head to bed now. Alright, good night, couple. Laszlo's Bar, one of the numerous bars built under tram lines in the early 70s. Run by a colorful bartender for over 20 years, it has earned quite the reputation. Under City Council's Community Enhancement Program, tiny bars such as this one flourished around Atina's tram stations. However, they slowly disappeared in the 10s and were replaced by larger, automated multi-story breweries. This bar is among the last of its kind, importing beverages from neighboring islands and coasts. The place hasn't changed at all, except it's a little messier. A lot messier, in fact. But the rest, the ramshackle seating, the sticky counter, the rumble of the tram line overhead, this place always felt like a second home to me. And there, tending bar.
Polly! You're here. I'm so glad you're finally here.
Laszlo is voiced by Timothy Watson, who also voiced Power. So Laszlo shares a voice with Power. Laszlo. He leaves the counter and comes over. Before I can react, he's grabbed me in a bear hug. My phone jams up into my ribs and I force a smile.
My word, it's good to see you, Polly. You look like a strong breeze would knock you over. Are you eating? Here, look, I've got snacks behind the bar.
Born April 13th, 1974. Former nurse and owner of a well-established bar in Alma. Widower of Alex Natalizia, with whom he had one daughter, Veruca Casar. Met Ursula Beauclair while on duty at St. James Hospital. Was one of the first community members to join her in renovating the Naiads. Briefly sat on city council in the 90s. Became his granddaughter Nora's legal guardian when Veruca Casar chose not to raise her child. Refused multiple offers from Monoconcern to franchise his bar. Nice music. Bartender of color. But he's not of color, he's white. It's way too weak to see you, Bob. Good night, Killface. Enjoy your movie. Like, I'm pretty sure this dude's Greek. In Greece. So he wouldn't be a bartender of color. Nora rolls her eyes. She wasn't wrong. His smile is too wide, his voice a bit too loud. Laszlo's a jolly fella, but this is a bit too jolly for the situation. Why? Distant objectives. Several objective nodes have been revealed. It will be impossible to gather the crystals required to complete both objectives. You will have to make a decision. Will you follow Bliss's path, or Bond's instead? They refer to him as colorful. Sure, he's colorful. Not everyone from Greece is a BOC or Greek. So Laszlo opens up to his friends. Bond, someone goes away and the community falls apart, bring it back together, let it heal in unity. Bliss, Laszlo is hiding his emotions. You need to strengthen his bonds with the people he loves. I mean, frankly, either one of those sounds fine. Ask Nora about Laszlo. Bond, a family tree is a fragile thing. Be careful how you handle it, Harmony. Hold off for now. Bliss, you haven't seen each other for ages. Take it easy. Serious stuff can wait. So what are we thinking? Do we ask Nora about Laszlo, or do we take it easy? Hold off for now. Do we prefer Bond or Bliss? That's sort of what it comes down to. Do we prefer bond or bliss? I'm leaning towards bond myself. He seems like a really nice guy. What's bliss? Bliss is kind of shallow, frankly. Primal dreams and childhood. The need for joy and protection. Eternally innocent child. Always needs more. More love, more laughter, more comfort, more security. Despises hierarchy. Barely contributed to Reverie's development. So. Bliss is just a child. Whereas bond is all about bringing people together. Sounds like a lot of responsibility. I like Bliss, she's fun, but very irresponsible. So, family tree is a fragile thing. Be careful how you handle it, Harmony. Laszlo bustles off to grab some unneeded snacks, sending an errant beer bottle skittering across the cobbles.
What's up with him?
He's been like this ever since Ursula disappeared. It's unbearable. He pretends everything's fine, like she's gonna waltz through the door any minute. Whenever I bring it up, he gets angry. So, I stopped. He has his own way of showing his feelings, I guess.
He's got a cool web thing. He does. That cool finger web thing. It's neat. Cheers. And words. Something's afoot with Laszlo. Something besides Ursula's disappearance. With Laszlo fussing about behind the counter, Nora smiles and goes over to chat with some regulars. There are a few faces I recognize, names bubbling up from the fog of forgotten memory. Laszlo's friends. They look older, shrunken almost. Snippets of conversation drift my way. He's not been the same these last few days. What's wrong with him? I turn my head away. I don't need to hear anymore. They're worried too. I need to do something. Inevitable node! This is an inevitable node. You have no choice but to play this type of node when it becomes available. I'm fine with it. Laszlo's a pro at avoiding serious subjects. No choice but to listen to him for now. I try to strike up a conversation with him, but he immediately launches into a discussion of Alma's politics and the price of importing beer. I let him do the talking. It feels good to hear him talk about mundane things.
Did Nora tell you about the storm a while back?
I've seen pictures. How bad was it?
Bit of flooding around the island, but the walls held and the roof barely leaked at home. Nora helped board up the bar. We had a good laugh at all the drowned drones the next day. Spotted some MK folks trying to scoop them up before they floated out to sea.
Competitive drone fishing.
He smiles, and his face relaxes somehow.
The sport where nobody wins.
a bad one, actually. Take him for a walk. If he's too shy to talk in front of Nora, you should give him some privacy. That one's not actually bad, frankly. Laszlo needs support, even if he won't admit it. Why don't you show him the way? Name the 5th episode 5th Harmony? Probably not. Suppose go with this one. Force some support on him. Yeah, sure. This is going to be tough. Laszlo's open and generous, but when it comes to his feelings, not so much. It could be hard to get through to him. I wait until he's busy with a customer to talk to Nora.
Okay, here's the plan. We have to get his guard down. He'll stay like this forever. And that's no good for anyone. So, it's time for some bar work.
What?
Just follow my lead.
I rise and walk behind the bar as confidently as I can. Nora follows close after me.
Come on, move over.
What are you two up to?
Tending bar. Judging from the state of this place, you can use all the help you can get.
Well, the place is looking a little untidy, I suppose. A bit busy, you know?
Looks like a bomb's gone off, Grandpa.
The nerves on this girl.
But he smiles. The banter's enjoyable after all. Hey, old meat. Is love an emotion or a choice? Yes.
I love you too.
X icon means the next node will trigger a revocation. It will block access to the other nodes forever. Select a node with a revocation to see the nodes that will be blocked. So, if we talk to him about the Naiads, then he'll talk about Ursula. If we talk about change, then he'll talk about MK. So we've got 2 bond crystals, so we're going to be talking to him about, he's going to open up anyway. Suppose may as well go 3 for 3 in this one. All bond. But I I do want to talk about Ursula. Talk about the Naiads. Even if he seems to avoid the place, he may have things to say. I start to tidy up, grabbing discarded bar rags, bottles, and stale-smelling glasses. Nora looks at me, confused. Hands full, I jerk my head towards a pile of dirty bar mats. Wordlessly, she collects them, shoveling them into the tiny washer. A smile appears in her face.
So, the Naiads is looking good?
The storm hit hard, so we had to fix and paint a lot of stuff in there.
He takes a glass from the bar and begins to clean it vigorously. I see a flash of fear in his eyes as they dart toward Nora. There's something unsaid here. That's highly unusual for Laszlo.
Nora, careful with the glasses.
I know.
But thank you. I probably needed some help over here.
I could swear he was about to say as well. And Ursula. Let him talk. He's ready to open up to you, Harmony. After a moment of silence, Laszlo places the glass back on the counter. He stares ahead, lost in thought. When he speaks, his voice is tight and cautious. Not the same man we've been seeing so far tonight.
I don't want to worry you girls. Yeah. I knew something was wrong. She'd been acting off for weeks.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
He lowers his eyes. It looks like he's wrestling with something.
Didn't want to involve you. We had enough problems already with the money and MK. I'm sorry.
Grandpa, it's okay. We understand.
They were our problems. I thought I could deal with them myself and, well, time to figure out what comes next.
May the sun return soon. It's been a long day, but there are still some things that need to be said. Night has fallen. The place is almost empty, apart from Laszlo's friends and a phone browsing Nora. A lot of texts. I'm curious, but it's not my place to investigate. At least not now.
It has been a day.
My anxiety dislikes the idea of people spectating me in Mario Kart. I can understand that.
Definitely a day.
Tomorrow's creeping up on us already.
He nods his head at me, but this time it's genuine. There's a faint sparkle in his eyes. His armor isn't gone, but the straps have loosened. It's a start. I will say, I think the one issue I have with this game is that it, you get like 2 minutes of story, and then it cuts off to come back to this, and then you have to select something that's just... I get what they were going for with the game, and it's, it's an interesting premise that they came up with this whole choice map and everything. But I do feel like each particular section should be a bit longer. We decide to stay for a while. Nora for the atmosphere, me to see if I can pry off the last of Laszlo's armor. Then I get an idea to get him to talk.
Why don't we grab a drink with your friends over there, Laszlo?
He hesitates for a second before grabbing a big bottle from the fridge.
Sure.
We join Laszlo's posse around the far table. Older folks from Atna and abroad. It all feels so normal. Derogatory jokes at Laszlo's expense, talk of the island and of Alma. MK, the new neighborhood they raised and rebuilt. Someone mentions that Ursula's fought the construction for years, and it happens.
I need to come clean, folks. Ursula's been gone for a few days. She's disappeared.
This is news to the rest of the group.
I feel responsible. And I'm sorry if, I hurt you.
Around the table, people show their support. Hands are shaken. Promises are made to go out and look for her, ask questions. It's all quite moving. And when things calm down, his eyes meet mine. Is that gratitude?
The truth is, I knew it was coming. That something was coming, at least. Things have felt off for weeks. At home. Here. A feeling in the air. Again, sorry. To all of you. Nora, first of all. Sorry. I just... It's hard. I didn't want anyone else to bear the burden.
Nora smiles gently, strides to the chair next to her grandfather, and leans over. She rests her head on his considerable shoulder. For the first time since I arrived, I see a genuine smile across his face. Thank you, Harmony objective. Play an objective related to Bond. Consequences of objectives. The objective nodes may generate consequences that impact later chapters of the story. This will give you access to entire branches of the future, and cut you off from others. Keep this in mind when planning your route in the Augural. I got 7 bond crystals. Woo! End of chapter. Because of the choices you made when dealing with Laszlo, you made great progress towards an outcome. You have chosen the path laid out before you by an aspiration, but the future might still be in your hands. Outcomes may have greater consequences than objectives. Will you stay on the same path, or would you rather change the course of the future? Tradition Reborn, Spectra. Yeah. Frankly, given the choice, I'd rather... I'm not much for tradition. Act 1, Chapter 3. But a tyrant has spellbound me. Oh, but a tyrant's spell has bound me. Trusted hands. I knew I could trust Nora and Laszlo to find a lead. Jeez, this is kind of a one. About to go do fireworks. Boo. Boo, fireworks. The shed. Originally built as an elevator to bring in materials to the Naiads, this building has endured. Its structure has changed a lot over the years, growing from a simple shack to a proper house. It is infamous for being a potential hazard, extending over the sea unlike any other buildings in Atna, but it somehow became part of the local folklore. Eventually, City Council gave up on trying to close it down. To this day, it is one of Alma's quirkiest sites. A new day dawns. Consciousness slowly returns slowly, and as I open my eyes, they feel like hot marbles rolling in their sockets. Yesterday was more intense than I'd imagined. Reconnecting with Laszlo took an emotional toll I'm not sure either of us was ready for. I checked the clock. Past 10. Late. 5 more minutes won't hurt. But as my eyes close as a flicker, and I'm back in Reverie, I open them and I'm at home, in bed. This is becoming intolerable. I wait a few moments to see if the sensation returns, but it leaves me be for now. Time to get up.
Are you sure you saw it in here?
Yes, it was by the sink. I was listening to my podcast.
Researching about the Oxyons, are you?
I'm sure there's a connection between them and Ursula and... Oh! Morning, sleepyhead.
It looks like the two of them have been up for a while. For Laszlo, that's not a surprise. But Nora's usually a night owl. Breakfast is all laid out. Banana crepes, hazelnut and sesame paste, fresh mango. My favorites.
How are you two this awake already?
Already? It's nearly lunch.
Grandpa, tell her!
Tell me what?
No, you do it.
We have a lead! On Ursula.
Next node's barrier was removed after you reached the last chapter's objective. The other is forever inaccessible to you. You may not see the consequences of an objective node until much later in the story. Can't do this one. Have to do this one. Power. Laszlo and Nora don't trust themselves not to spend this time together. Laszlo is right to believe in the kindness of strangers. It takes a few seconds for my mind to adjust to what I just heard. We drank quite a lot last night. It seems that Laszlo's friends were adamant he needed to party hard. Being an adult means you can skip therapy for a good old all-night binge. It's been ages since I've been hungover. Alright, just focus.
What's happening? Spill!
Last night, one of my friends reminded me about a girl at the Naiads. She came to meet with Ursula. Several times, in fact. I asked who she was, and your mother said she was a journalist, interested in publishing some of her poems.
Which is weird. Nobody publishes poetry nowadays.
I have to admit that Ursula hasn't sold a single text in decades. Anyway, I didn't push it. Assumed your mother would tell me the truth when she was ready. But then,
Then she disappeared off the face of the earth.
anyway, I mentioned this girl to my regulars. She's not the sort of person you forget easily. So, Jack thought he recognized the description, and this morning,
He dropped this off. Well, show her.
Laszlo grabs something off the counter and hands it to me. A magazine. It's a local publication. Anti-corporate, anti-fascist. Monoconcern seems to be the theme of this issue, unsurprisingly.
second page, editor's column.
There's a lengthy piece on the inside cover. It skewers MK, their actions on Atne, their checkered history. At the bottom, there's a photo and a single name.
Jade.
Ooh, that's her. I think she's quite famous around here. Badass type.
Sounds like she's got a new fan.
Jack also told us the printer's address. Might be a good start.
We've got some mutuals in common too. Maybe we could hit them up instead. They'll know how to contact her for sure.
We've got options. That's a good start. A really good start. Symbol indicates that the node is locked. Need to reach the key for that opens it. Seek for key icons on the og roll. Select the node you want to play to find its key on the og roll. Ursula and MK. Jade's personal issues. Suppose I'll go this route since I do have a bond crystal. Find Jade's friends. Nora won't have trouble asking them for info. Castello Road. Oof. Steep hill. I reckon Jade's friends would be more likely to give us the info than her business associates.
Friends first.
Yes, yes, great, perfect. Come on, I know where they hang out.
Are they your friends as well?
No, not really. We have mutual friends and some similar interests.
Like taking down Monoconcern. Similar interests? I won't dig any deeper, but I'm curious. It doesn't take long for us to find them. Nora beams and runs ahead. Some in the group greet her warmly with hugs and hand slaps. Others nod in more distant recognition. They chat.
Weird, huh?
What's weird?
The fact that Nora is an individual person now. Not just a little kid. She has friends and places where she hangs out.
Ah, that feeling. A part of me is sad because I feel terribly old. But the rest of me is happy to see that Nora is her own human being now.
Someone, one of the people who seem to be Nora's own friends, casually offers her a cigarette. She slaps it away. I've never seen her move so fast. She almost manages to hide that panicked glance at Laszlo first, too. Not quite, though. Laszlo grunts, and I feel a smile at the corner of my lips.
A human being who can make mistakes.
Yeah. And like every other human being, she can fix them.
Then she's back.
So, they're a bit Suspicious? I'm not sure about what to do about that.
How should we approach this? That's the big question, Laura. And it's up to me to find the answer. Act natural. They already know about Ursula. A more empathetic approach might be better. Let's try a more positive approach.
Be yourself. Show them what you think of her.
That's gonna look even more suspicious, don't you think?
So tell them why we're here.
She nods and heads off.
She's a good kid.
She is.
A minute passes, and Nora comes back to us.
It went well then.
They are so cool. And I just went and just talked to them about Jade Galea. Yeah, went well. They even told me where Jade was. The skate park. That's her spot.
Good job, Nora.
Oh, I didn't do anything much.
Nora's smile is contagious. It spread to her grandfather.
So, next stop, the skate park.
My mother is still missing. But for a moment, this investigation feels like just a little game we're playing. It feels childish,
You seem like you're enjoying this as much as I am.
but it feels good. Both of them burst into laughter as we head towards the skate park. Let's hope Jade is as amazing as everybody says she is. More info about Jade. Nora's about to say something, but what's that sound? Nora's just started to say something when a buzzing stops her mid-word. A drone. It hovers directly above us, rotating slowly. Its little engine whines like a wounded animal as it moves back and forth. MK delivery drones. Drones have been used by monoconcerns since the 2020s and are the future of B2B and B2C. These multi-purpose machines have seemingly replaced cars and trucks on Atna. With thousands of units in flight daily, drones are now an integral part of life on Atna, an omnipresent sight that buzzes night and day. They help workers with their daily tasks. Their cameras and microphones allow monoconcern to monitor the well-beings of the people of Atna and deliver crucial messages in case of emergency. Go drones! Fuck drones. Except as a replacement to fireworks. Good drone display can look as good or better than a fireworks display, and with the added benefit of not scaring animals, not scaring pets. Having apparently decided we aren't a threat, it takes off, rising high over the city. Nora glances meaningfully at Laszlo.
Come on. You don't think it was here for us?
Polly,
It was just a patrol.
you've been gone a while. Things aren't like they used to be.
I guess not. I feel almost alien to my own island.
Rule number 1 on a Tina: never say anything around a drone you wouldn't want recorded.
Damn things are everywhere these days. City sounds like a giant beehive.
Okay, so it's Athena.
Monoconzern owns this island, or they will. Control of everything: public services, advertising, even security. It's all theirs now.
Well then, might they have something to do with how Jade's suddenly keeping a low profile?
Her friends don't think so. They said something about some personal issues. Nothing specific, though.
Causality, you have unlocked this node. You can now access it normally. They say Jade isn't the same as she was. As we walk through the bustling city, Laszlo decides it's time for a short break. He halts, leaning up against a railing in thought.
Personal issues. Well, these days that could mean a lot. Money, relationships, politics. Too vague. Nothing to work with. You ask me, though, that damn company's involved somehow. They always are when things go tits up. Jade seems to be well known, respected even. No way they don't know about her. To be as young as her, carrying all that weight, I'd probably want to escape the limelight from time to time, too.
I can't help but feel moved by his comment. I'm older than Jade, and what did I do? I left the island.
I can't imagine either.
I shake my head. Let's not get sidetracked. I need to focus on the issue at hand.
What about Ursula? Do you think MK's interested in her too?
I can't see why they would be. What would they want with a poet?
I mean, community leader. She's a community leader, that's, Hey, Mika. That's rude.
What if?
An idea is forming. A thought. A little bubble that could, maybe, change the course of this.
What if they weren't interested in her? What if she was with them?
Dubious.
She would have said something. Or, well, or not, if it was risky for us. I don't like where this is going, but...
He swipes his sweaty forehead and pushes himself away from the railing.
First, the skate park.
Hey, color purple. Sounded like he called her fat. But I realize now that's how we were stuff about. Ah. Okay. Laszlo's backup plan. It may be risky, but it could work. Nodes can also make you lose crystals when you reach them. This node will make you lose 1 bond crystal and 1 power crystal. I don't have a power crystal, so... this will get me down to 0 crystals total. Atina! Ooh, Atina's a very lovely city. Atina looks cool. We head to the skate park. The streets are quieter now, with rush hour long since over. A stray dog trots alongside us for a moment, sniffs my hand, then wanders off. Jade is a long shot, but she's our only shot. Besides, Laszlo claims he has a plan.
All right, out with it then.
Posters.
Posters. Of Ursula.
Exactly. Look, your mother may not be the best-known woman on this island, but she has connections. Hell, the Naiads is basically a community center, and everyone at the bar knows her. We get her face up everywhere, tell people to contact us. We're bound to get something back.
Hi, Laser Possum. Nora and I share a glance. This feels good. It could work.
And if we do find this Jade, well, we could run an ad in that magazine of hers.
Use her network to spread the word even further.
Exactly.
That sounds like a pretty good way to piss off MK.
I know her mother, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But Jade's our best chance. If we get close to her,
Good to know.
we get closer to MK as well.
The more we learn, the more Ursula's disappearance becomes shrouded in mystery. Was it really the result of politics? Did she get herself into something she couldn't get out of? Is creating a public scandal really the best way to find our answers? Local poet disappears. MK does nothing. Of course MK does nothing. They don't care. No one's going to be surprised about a corporation doing nothing to investigate a missing poet. They won't say or do anything. They're already getting away with much, much worse.
Eyes on the prize. You're getting closer, right? You're making moves.
Thanks, Bliss. Yes. Maybe Nora and Laszlo are right. Maybe this will work out. Thanks for the support, Bliss.
Keep that momentum going. Reverie still needs you.
Bliss suddenly becomes absorbed in her handheld console, focused on mashing 2 specific buttons as fast as possible. This glimpse of her undivided concentration is impressive, but it doesn't seem to be going as she planned.
No! Ugh. Can you try to wrap it up before I rage quit this game?
Been there, Bliss, been there. Bliss must know that I can't answer right now.
Also, you didn't hear this from me, but Power's getting all ceremonial about the truth situation.
I'd like to ask what that even means, but I can't. And anyway, she's already gone. Right. So, Jade. Does Bliss have an OF? I mean, Bliss is apparently the oldest of all the aspirations, but she doesn't look like she's 18. You know, she's eternally a child. Right. So, Jade, when we get to the skate park, how should we approach her? This one gets me the 2 jade crystals. This one gets me. So yeah, this one gets me 2 bliss crystals. This one gets me 2 power crystals. I don't know. Good genes, that's all. Like, Power seems like a good dude and everything, but I never trust Power. I'm gonna go with this one. Want to see if they call you any slurs. No. Is there a way to play through this while offending every single character as much as possible? Not really. See, I think I'm gonna go this path. Try to befriend Jade. She may be more inclined to open up. Omadillo Skate Park. Omadillo Skate Park was built decades ago and is the only park of its kind on Atina. It has always been, and still is, a place of joy for Alma's youth. In the mid-10s, Monoconzern tried to buy this aging piece of architecture from the municipality, offering to modernize the facilities. When this offer was met with contempt by the local community, the corporation eventually agreed to leave it untouched. Since this unfortunate incident, Amadios has also become a symbol of anti-Monoconzern activism. We arrive at the skate park, and my heart sinks. It's deserted. Not a single soul in sight. I'm about to suggest we come back later, when I hear a squeak from Nora. Really a skate park at all? Someone's personal pool and pure ants? It's the best they've got. It's Jade, appearing from behind a half-pipe. Time for a charm offensive.
Ah, Jade.
The young woman's guard is immediately up. No doubt she's used to being recognized and suspicious of who we might be.
Can I help you?
Ooh, Jade seems cool. Jade is voiced by Helen Aluka. Yeah, she's cool looking.
My name's Polly. This is Laszlo and Nora.
Hey,
I think you know my mother. Ursula?
From the Naiads? Your mum, is she? Funny how we studied her poetry at school. At uni, even.
You have no idea. We wanted to speak to you because we thought you could help us with... She vanished, my mother, a few days ago. And we thought maybe you could help.
Jade turns to look out over the ocean. She shifts a little, readjusts her stance. Is that a dragon radar around her neck? I have no idea what that is. Thinking.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She sounds genuine, almost shocked. Her demeanor has changed slightly.
We wondered if anything you could tell us. Anything at all.
that would mean the world to us.
I shoot Nora a look. Calm down. We don't want to scare her off. Jade maintains her silence. The Suddenly, she turns away from the view and looks me straight in the eye.
When did she disappear, exactly? What was she like the day before? Was she acting strange?
This isn't the passionate Jade I've heard about. She feels cold, analytical. Born 15 September 2008. Studied literature but dropped out. Mother from Malta and father from Athena. Estranged. Raised by mother. Got good grades until she dropped out of school. No stable income. Writes articles for various independent publications on an irregular basis. Refused offers to join Monoconcern's open employment workshops. The opposite of the energetic, driven firestarter I imagined.
Look, I'm sorry to press you on this. I really am. But we really need to know if you two were planning anything beyond the poetry.
She moves closer, and she's still not answering.
Did she mention anything about a meeting with someone you'd never heard of? Was anything missing with her? A suitcase, clothing, money?
Clearly, the charm offensive failed. Despite the increasing tension, I'm a little sad. I used to be better at putting people at ease. Time for a different tack. Blocked inevitable nodes. An inevitable node is only active when all its conditions are cleared. This one will only activate if you collect a bliss crystal. Which I'm about to do. Answer Jade's questions. Wait, she must have a reason for doing this. I mean, maybe. And then it does seem, why not answer her questions? I answer Jade's question as best I can, but I have to stifle my impatience. This is getting us nowhere. Weren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions? When I do manage to get her a question, Jade doesn't just deflect with another. Every time I answer, she asks for more details. She's not being aggressive. She's defending herself. Making sure we can be trusted, perhaps?
Listen to me. Don't fight her.
I know. I'm trying.
The real problem is, I can see Nora crossing her arms and scowling. She's annoyed and getting dangerously close to the boiling point. Trust Jade. Wait until she's done. She'll be grateful you did. Need to do this one first. Nora gets impatient. She expected a different Jade, one with more empathy. I can understand. From the corner of my eye, I can see Nora standing frozen. Her usual electric fidgeting has stilled. Jade's up close now, arms crossed, straight back, every bit the investigative journalist. This isn't the badass Nora I expected. As Jade continues to hammer questions at us, I see Nora's shoulders set, her face turned down. She's not just disappointed, she's getting defensive. I don't really blame her, but this is a delicate conversation. Can we risk her getting on edge? Trust Jade. Wait until she's done. She'll be grateful you did. I try again with our questions. What did Jade know? Why were they meeting?
Fine. I was doing another investigation into MK, and Ursula was helping. We believe the company was dipping its toes into medical care or a public health program. A couple of neighborhood kids said an MK agent offered them coupons and free samples. Said it was to test a new product line. They call it egregore. They claimed...
She sighs, rubs her forehead. Egregore, ooh. Oh, that just made things interesting.
it was going to help with exams, stress, clarity of mind and all that.
Clarity of the mind? Sounds like something out of Reverie, to be honest. But how?
That's all I know.
Oh, I know why she turned to Ursula.
Wait. You contacted my mother because of her work on the Oxyons, on the history of Atina, right?
I only found her stuff by chance. Sounds like MK tried to have it burned, but a few copies survived. That was the only other reference to egregore I ever found.
Interesting. Because, yeah. I just realized I probably should have had my camera... Probably should have had my face over here more. I was blocking Jade's face for most of the past hour and a half, I think. Silence descends as we attempt to unravel these revelations. It sounds like this goes far deeper than we thought. But everything we've learned so far is circumstantial, just guesswork. Laszlo's not taking the additional MK factor well. Neither is Nora, who looks dumbstruck. Has MK done something to my mother? Sounds likely, frankly. Nora loses her cool. Nora is being clumsy, but all she wants is to connect with Jade. Are fireworks legal in Canada? Like for personal usage, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea if fireworks are legal for personal usage. Don't think that stops people from getting them one way or the other, though. Nora strides forward.
Enough, alright, enough!
Uh-oh.
We've been going out of our minds with worry for days. We heard you might be the sort of person who'd want to help. Help when people are lost.
Hey, Vanna. Welcome back.
But you're just digging for details. Is the story all you care about? We don't need that. Come on, Paul. If she's not gonna help us, well...
Oops. Come on, Paul. If she's not going to help us, we'll find someone who will. Jade's a stranger to us, and a journalist to boot. A hardened shell is practically a job requirement. My dog is losing his mind. Yeah. Fireworks are shitty for that. But Nora's words have caught her off guard. She steps back, arms hanging loose at her side. Honestly, I'm kind of inclined to just let Nora go. 87 degrees, I'm happy to be inside. So again, I like fireworks, but shoot that 4th of July in the fall so I can see them. Yeah. Hey Ted, we're planning to have celebrations in the summer. So you may want to respect the emotions she's feeling. Fireworks and autumn sounds really pretty, actually. It does, actually. I'm gonna let Nora speak. It's clear Nora has more to say, so I keep quiet. We've all been through the breaker of late. This might help her relieve some pressure. Will give me a fire hazard from dryness? Probably, actually.
I knew I shouldn't have gotten so hyped. But who you are, what you do, you seem to be doing so much good around here. I really don't have words for it, so I thought... But I understand I'm in no position to ask for more. Let's go.
Nora.
Jade's eyes have misted over. There are tears there, welling up at the edges.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to... Oh, hell,
It's okay. It is. Don't worry about it.
On the verge of crying, it's okay, I'm fine. Anyway, I was kind of hoping Nora would be angrier. The hard edge has evaporated almost completely. Jade wipes her eyes, then her nose.
The last few days, they've been a lot. Like, a lot.
Ah. Well, now Nora's just gonna feel like shit. Yes, Ted?
The last few months, even. Harder than anything I could ever imagine.
She looks up, trying to force her tears back down. Oh wow, Nora was right. Confrontation was the right way to get through to Jade. I don't have 3 bliss crystals. And I'm gonna lose my bond crystals. Dang it. I can't listen to Jade's mouth. Dang it! Well, dang. I wanted to go with,
I'm sorry. Really. That was rude of me. Disrespectful. Not my intention.
No, please. It's all right. Really?
I've spent the last weeks, months actually, digging into MK's plan for this place, and I just can't take it anymore. They own everything. The systems, the records, the security. They roll over the vulnerable and suck up every resource they can. It's heinous. It's unfair. And I can't do anything to stop it. And no one gives a shit. Feels like it's just me out here sometimes, you know?
Her voice is tired. Her gaze evades ours. Even her hand gestures are weary. Jade's exhausted beyond imagination. Yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. That's pretty much how it is in these days. Corporations control everything and nobody cares.
And I know that's not true, but it feels like it. have people with me, sure. Friends, comrades, but it never stops. Now Ursula and... Yeah, it's all gotten a little much.
I'm sorry too.
For a moment, I wonder if Nora might hug Jade, mere stranger or not. From the way her arms lift, it looks like she wants to.
Guess I didn't realize I was so angry about everything. I think I'd feel the same in your shoes.
Jade actually smiles.
Thanks. It's just like...
But the smile goes away after a second.
I'd like to help if I can. I don't know if I'm good for anything at the moment.
Hey, Joel.
Burnout's a hell of a thing.
Yeah, you could say that.
Indeed it is. Burnout's a bitch. Confidence. You managed to gain Jade's trust quickly. Well, I guess we're doing this one. Persuade Jade to network. This is the best way to reach Ursula without causing too much trouble. A shared burden. Collect 20 bond crystals. Jade's mouth tightens. She's made a decision.
All right, I'll hit up my network.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's still risky, but it's not like shouting the search from the rooftops. No offense.
None taken.
If MK Cotton's on, we've got a better chance of containing it if we know who knows what. It's our best option. For sure.
She looks at Nora and smiles warmly. Nora smiles back. Sounds like we have a plan. Jade has more to say, especially to Nora. As it turns out, Jade lives near the Naiads, so we agreed to walk back together. For the first time, I noticed what a beautiful day it is. The sun warming my skin, the breeze flicking at loose strands of my hair. We meander through Alma, the four of us. It feels almost tranquil.
It's not easy for someone to go missing on this island. Everyone knows everyone and everything. Alma's a small world. A tight-knit community.
Alma is the historic district of Athena, known for its characteristic quaint houses and food. The original heart of the island, Alma is an open-air museum, carefully protected by Mono Concern. This district was badly damaged by the 1898 earthquake and has slowly deteriorated. A colorful maze, Alma is a great place for a stroll through the past, while admiring the beautiful glass towers of the business district. Unfortunately for everyone, reconstruction projects are often delayed by a small group of anti-Mono Concern activists.
You'll find her. Problem is, you've got MK between where you are now and where you want to be. No way you're avoiding a tussle.
When I left Athena, Mono Concern was background noise, just a detail in our lives. Now they're a juggernaut, unchallenged, inescapable. I realized I'm angry. Resentment burns in me each and every time I hear that name. We turn a corner, and the Naiads float into view. Nora crosses the path to walk alongside Jade.
Didn't mention it before, but I think I was approached by those MK goons you mentioned. The public health project guys.
Shit. Egregore and everything.
Yeah.
Was this the job she told me about?
Listen. You didn't ask for it, but here's my advice. You see them coming again? You run. Or tell them to fuck off, or scream at them, or whatever. But do not take their money, Nora. I'm serious.
No, yeah, I wasn't going to.
I've heard rumours. People who came back the very opposite of healthy, and ones who never came back at all.
Like, no, I definitely wasn't going to. You know, she'd been having a breakdown over whether it was right to do it. Like, she had basically talked herself into it. Like, oh no, definitely not.
There have been other disappearances?
Hard to tell. People go missing all the time, especially the ones society pushes to its edge.
I can tell Jade's trying to sound reasonable. She's had to deal with so much.
Sometimes they just move on, change cities. There are rarely any records. But recently, a lot more people than normal have gone away. And most haven't come back.
Hi, Brayden. I did not work today. Thursdays are my days off. I have Wednesdays and Thursdays off. So I don't work on Thursday, so I didn't work today.
But the ones who did come back?
Said they were given this egregore stuff. Some got sick, others were fine.
Pills or injections, and that was it. Some got sick, others were fine.
But no clarity of mind business.
Could this be the moment to tell the truth? No, not yet. Reverie's my burden to bear. For now. And how do I bring up the aspirations without sounding like I'm having a stroke?
And bear that burden you shall.
Shut up, dude. No one asked you, dude. No one asked you.
You must.
Once again, nobody asked you. I tried to ignore Power's voice. I don't want to start acting weird and lose what little trust we've built with Jade. Not far now. Jade gives us a nod and a wave as she heads into her building. As we turn to leave, Bliss appears alongside me. I smile at Nora and Laszlo as we walk along in companionable silence, and Bliss laughs.
Someone's been busy. Well, guess what? We've been busy too. You're not the only bunch investigating.
That's very good to know.
Bond and Power and I have news.
Truth still clings to life, but they are beyond our reach alone. Even our own ties have been severed. But we are close. So very close.
Well, okay, I definitely want to get in touch with Truth. Because Truth sounds important.
Our world does not cease to be when you are not viewing it. It is imperative that you stabilize your home front quickly so that you may assist us in Reverie. Do whatever you must.
Don't order me around, dude. I'm trying.
We know. So, here's the plan. We can clear the way to Truth Sanctuary, but after that, we'll have to summon you. Be ready.
Power is such a demanding little prick. I don't like him. Anyway, outcome. You have reached the end of the act. It is time for you to choose an outcome. Only the ones you have unlocked with the crystals you gathered are available. Well, not much choice here. Tradition reborn. Power. There's only one proper way to bring an aspiration back to life. I would have preferred happiness, but I suppose I have to go with this one. Truth's Buried Temple. Kind of desolate, but pretty in a desolate way. Bond is here. So is power.
Welcome to the domain of truth.
Someone worked hard to keep us from entering. But together, Power and I, we found a way inside.
Come, let's get this over with.
You could stand to take some lessons in niceness from Bond, dude. I'm surprised to find a cave, cold and damp. It's not at all where I imagined the aspiration of truth would reside. Truth's buried temple. Truth's underground lake lies far away in the north of Reverie and doesn't have a bed. Its surface is a door beyond dreams that leads to the subconscious of life itself. Only truth can stare into it and retain their sanity. This lake is a way for them to see everything and nothing as they please. The cave surrounding it acts as an echo chamber. Much like its owner, this sanctuary has remained unchanged since the very beginning of time, unaffected by cycles and shifts. Empty walls, clear water, an unfillable void. It could be how they picture facts and accuracy. Cold, solid. Bond and Power survey our surroundings. Their eyes are alert, but they seem relieved.
There.
I see truth there in the center. They are broken, shattered. I move closer, my footsteps echoing in the void without dying entirely. Even sound can't hide in here.
Come, Power. Let us proceed.
Agreed.
To my surprise, the two of them join hands. Bond begins to sway to a beat I can't hear. Power joins a moment later. Soon the sway has become a foot-pounding, heart-shaking dance. Do I hear drums in the distance? The dance quickens, the movement of limbs blurring until the two aspirations are almost indistinguishable from each other. The drums grow louder, joined by a chanting that seems to come from the empty air just over my shoulder. Gregor picks up the broken shards of truth in a kaleidoscopic whirlwind of color and substance.
It's working. Keep your distance. This may be...
A new sound emerges, a low vibration, a hum coming from the statue itself. Bliss just having a good time. That lady was cool. Hey, Cass. On the right path. Finish Act 1. We're getting closer to finding Ursula. I can feel it. Reverie is guiding me through this maze, but there's still a lot I need to figure out for myself. That was a cool cutscene. Alright, back to Truth's buried temple. Now that Truth has been repaired, let's have a chat with them. Silence reigns in the cave. The new figure stands before me, regarding me with cool eyes. I hope Bliss was right, that they know where my mother is. The aspiration stirs. Bliss, Bond, Power, they're all here.
I am truth. I am the eye that sees, the unveiled, the watcher in the dark.
Truth is voiced by Rachel Atkins. Truth is the unequivocal answer to life, setting boundaries and laws between everything that is. As the guardian of the Book of Facts, Truth keeps a record of the history of Reverie. Truth is the weaver of prophecies and all-seeing eye of Reverie, capable of predicting what will be and seeing everything that could have been. They define the very structure of Reverie, creating the nexus out of thin air for the aspirations to coexist in. They care deeply about the fate of dreams, and devote their existence to ensuring the future can come to pass. They also have a pretty cool voice. I like the echoey effect. It's very neat.
And I am whole once more. Thanks to you, Harmony.
That name again. No matter.
You're welcome. But please, my mother, Ursula Beauclair, do you know where she is?
My memories remain out of reach, shattered like my cell. Although I cannot tell you where your mother may be, I do know her fate is entwined with that of Chaos.
Well, not much help, but glad to meet you.
And that it was Chaos who incapacitated me.
Yeah, Chaos. Yeah, I can imagine that Chaos is not a fan of the truth. I can imagine Chaos being like, truth? Screw truth. Bliss is sitting on the ground, visibly annoyed by something. Bond seems to be uncomfortable, but Power stands and begins pacing, almost marching.
This is outrageous. We have tolerated this charlatan's exploits for far too long. I've told you before, Chaos would be the death of us. Always scheming and plotting against their own kin. They may have a maze, but I have an army. I'll flush him out in no time.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Neither do I, frankly.
No. Such violence would only widen the rift that already threatens to tear Reverie apart.
Better listen to truth, buddy.
Right?
We need to listen to each other, please.
Harmony, our kin Chaos retreated to their endless maze shortly after Truth disappeared.
Reverie's maze. This maze rose from droplets of egregore falling from the Nexus, and is a puzzle, even to us. It has long remained unexplored by us aspirations, who fear what may be lurking inside. Eventually, Chaos decided to claim it their playground, tending to plants and concealing dreams within its depths. A few aspirations refused to grant them the land, but since Chaos had never had a proper sanctuary, those aspirations were voted down. Most of us still don't know how or why this labyrinth came to be. It does look big and mazy. He's talking a lot of shit for someone wearing padded shoulders. Right? Right, PK?
Now we know why.
That maze. Is it impenetrable?
It's a labyrinth of trickery and tomfoolery built by a coward. I'd go in there myself, only
Only we cannot enter an aspiration's domain without being invited.
And that charlatan will never let us in. They will refuse to fight face to face.
Yeah, imagine that. Like, only an idiot fights face to face if they can avoid it, you know? way better to win without having to fight at all, frankly. That's the best way of winning. Without having to throw a single punch? Hell yeah. Trickery and deceit is where it's at in war.
That's enough.
Thank you, Bond.
Chaos may be unbound, but the secret to their return is consensus, not division.
Bond is correct. War is an engine of strife, and in direct opposition to our needs.
Right? Exactly. Hell. War just serves Chaos's needs. Chaos is probably a big fan of
And may
war.
I remind you, we have other matters to attend to. Our realm lies in tatters, a shadow of itself. Glory refuses reason at every turn. We must decide where our attention is most required.
I need to remind them of my own goal.
I have to find my mother. For the sake of my own family.
Did I speak too frankly? They seem surprised.
I hope you understand.
Certainly. It is the logical choice. But I would suggest that a search for Chaos and a search for Ursula may well be one and the same.
I don't understand. Why would they be linked? What aren't you telling me?
A lot, probably. Probably a lot that they're not telling you. Not a single one of them can look me in the eye. Another secret. Another closed door I need to pry open with my bare hands.
I may have a mutually beneficial solution. May. As I say, my memory remains treacherous. Go home. Await the coming of tomorrow, and we will see if fate guides us true.
Fate?
The laugh escaping my throat hurts.
Fate is an easy word to throw around. I'll wait for tomorrow.
I am pleased.
The other aspirations look set to launch into their own sales pitches, but I've made up my mind. I bid them farewell, close my eyes, and plunge back down the rabbit hole to Brittle. I'm back at the Naiads. Traveling between the two realms is always a brief and uneventful affair. Wait, I'm not alone. Something fogs my vision, a popping, crackling sensation that could only be...
Well, that was a pretty mess, wasn't it?
Ooh, now we got trouble. Chaos is voiced by Rolly Botha. Rolly Botha D's... I shouldn't make fun of... I shouldn't make jokes about people's names. That's rude. No jokes about people's names. That's just a dick move.
Chaos. I don't understand. Bond said you were hiding, so how are you here? Now?
I mean, he's Chaos. It's... He goes wherever he feels like going. That's what Chaos does.
Hiding? I'm not hiding. I'm out here relaxing, taking a load off, escaping the rat race. You've seen the others. Can you blame me? Doesn't mean I can't talk to you, though, you lucky thing.
But why? Why won't you work with them then?
Because that's not how they work.
Because they've got it all wrong, you see?
I am chaos, as much as truth is truth and power is power. They aren't just names, my dear.
Chaos. A master of trifles and a cosmic designer. Chaos is both, none, and everything all at once. As the oldest aspiration, they are also the spark that birthed Reverie, and are also the one who can change it. None of this matters to Chaos, however. They are the aspiration of the present, and neither the past nor the future matters to them. The rawest and yet most complex of incarnation of dreams, chaos is unpredictable, free, and always in search of something to create or destroy. They're dangerous.
I'm not hiding from you. I'm just in a place that requires effort to reach. Live your life by my name. I'm sure we'll see each other soon. Bye-bye for now.
And they're gone, taking their riddles with them. Live your life by my name. They're offering me another path, right? Whatever's coming my way, I need a break. It's late. I'm tired and anxious about whatever truth has planned for tomorrow. Time to eke out whatever rest I can manage. Yay! Visit the heart screen. Shows the number of crystals you have collected throughout the story. Aspirations need egregor to extend their influence over Brittle. Collecting their crystals fills up the gauge that represents their need for egregor. You can press H to open this screen at any time on the ogre. Fulfilling an aspiration's need for egregor completely will change Atina's destiny. Will you choose a champion? Or will you try to maintain balance between the forces ruling both Reverie and Brittle? Right now I've made decent progress on Bond's path. Barely started Bliss's path. Haven't started at all on Power, Truth, or Chaos, and haven't even met Glory. Power, I suspect, I will probably not touch on at all. Power, I expect to just ignore. Fuck Power. Bond, Truth, and Bliss are the ones that, that I'm most inclined to. Alright, and that'll take us to the end of the night, so that'll finish for tonight. So we have finished Act 1. From here on out, hopefully, there's fewer sort of interruptions for tutorial stuff. And hopefully not too much more for the codex. So going forward, it can just be a little bit more continually on the story. But yeah, that's it for tonight. So thanks for coming. And good night, everybody.